Back again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G. Today we're gonna react to top WWE 2K26 rumors fans need to know. We're gonna react to top WWE 2K26 rumors fans need to know. I'm gonna make sure I put the link in the description in my video. Let's get right into the video.
If you play video games a lot,
We have an ad to start off.
K26, we have the news, the leaks, and the rumors here for you today, so make sure you do smash that subscribe button, elbow drop the like button, and of course, make sure you smack talk your comments down below in the comments section. So, with WWE 2K25 being one of the most popular games in the franchise's history, how can they build upon and improve WWE 2K26? Well, we are going to be taking one...
I am gonna be completely honest. WWE 2K19, 20, or I think it's 19, or that's like the most recent 2K I have. But I just bought WWE 2K22. I believe that's Rey Mysterio, right? So I gotta, check that out and play that. But overall, they need to bring back Road to WrestleMania. That's what I'm looking forward to. They need to bring back that. They need to bring back match types like, what is it, Inferno match, Ambulance match. They just, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to see return. Let's get to this video though.
Giant look at all of the news, the rumors, and the leaks for you, and we're starting off with the core gameplay and mechanics. We had a grappling system overhaul last year, but many fans want it to go back to the SmackDown vs. Raw wrestling style, the chain wrestling style. Fans want the early match chain wrestling minigames, the tie-ups, the transitions, and the reversals, with optional logic-based exits. For example, break clean using the ropes, or brush off, push your...
And I like showcase mode sometimes too. Do you guys think they should do better with the My Career? I think they should stop doing storyline based, but then again, I love storyline, the cutscenes are amazing. I like them. I think they should make the stories longer. That would be awesome. Showcase mode, I like showcase mode also. I think they said Bloodline is going to be this 2K26.
Opponents away, we all think they would be a fantastic, realistic way of having these early chain wrestling styles within a match. Adding to that, a stamina-based system that gradually increases aggression would create a pacing variety as well. If you are a superstar that has suffered severity of damage, then you are going to be slower when it comes to these chain wrestling mini-games. A lot of people want to see the return of the directional grapples. They want to see brought back the 4-directional grapple system, up, down, left, and of course right, with unique animations depending on strength, fatigue, and opponent status. So an example of that with the strength...
I think the submission gameplay should be like WWE 13, where you just spam the button until a person taps. I think it's like the breaking point thing. And then they need to bring back I Quit matches. Didn't they bring that back? I don't know.
Obviously we have now...
And First Blood matches. Let's continue. I talk too much. Let's get to the video.
The giant archetype when it comes to the superstars. That is a fantastic, brilliant addition, but we want to see more when it comes to potentially high flyers or technical wrestlers. There needs to be more kind of graphical intuition when it comes to these types of superstars. Targeted limb damage, we want players to target specific body parts and actually cause a performance impact. For example, attacking the legs slows down the opponent, but they have a rather large limp or a worsening limp as the match goes on. They struggle to get to their feet. They have to use the ropes to get to their feet. Hence, they might even collapse just randomly throughout a match. Yes, it would be highly frustrating if that is the superstar you are controlling, but actually, it creates dynamic realism.
So the fatigue is realistic. Okay.
Arms are being attacked, then they should be able to hold their arms or their shoulder to showcase that they are actually suffering from that body part being injured. An abdomen, perhaps wrapping your arms around the stomach to showcase that you are suffering in the abdominal area with red body damage. And of course, if you are suffering from head damage, potentially putting their hands on their head and shaking it, trying to, blow off the cobwebs from the injury that they have. All of these different things would add to their already fantastic character models and the photorealistic faces that they have. We want these superstars to actually feel like they have been in and through an epic battle. Adding to that, and to increase the realism in WWE 2K26, we want rest holds and match pacing. Too many times we have a breakneck match going at 100 miles per hour with no real pacing to it. Most wrestling matches now do have a flurry of offensive moves, with both superstars having to take a physical rest because it's just so full on.
We have an ad. Okay. Let's
Having potentially a recharge stamina meter could slow the pace down, and AI should use them too in longer matches. Potentially using submission moves like sleeper holds and chin locks could really be useful when slowing a match down. Injury and fatigue system, we have kind of actually touched on this, but visible limping, clutching ribs, falling off ropes from exhaustion, injury affects the mobility and the move availability. And then going back to this stamina system, you actually have to use that to be able to stand up on your feet, or not having to use the ring ropes to climb up and get back on your feet. All of these things can be fully implemented. Advanced AI logic. AI should...
Isn't that the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011? What's the name? Royal Rumble, camera, the way that looks.
Know how to build a match. Early chain wrestling, finishes late game, selling fatigue. Heels should cheat, baby faces should make comebacks. Too many times this is just very generic. How many times have we seen Cody Rhodes use a cheat move or a heel move? And then how many times do we see wrestlers utilize a finisher early on in the game? Whether you were to add a timing so that after the first 8 minutes of a WWE 26 wrestling match, that is when a finisher can be used by the AI. It's all too clunky and all a bit too chaotic for me. Environment and weapon interactivity. Object-specific interactions. Use ring posts, announce tables, barricades, steps, and more in more organic ways. Powerbomb into the barricade corner. DDT on the steps. We have all of these amazing and wonderful items, but not really much we can do with them apart from picking them up and hitting our opponent with them. We would also quite like to see a multi-layer weapon physics. We want to be able to stack chairs, set up tables on top of ladders, create multiple table finishes. Fans want unique animations. We want to really be able to feel these weapons and feel...
Why? Hold on. Okay. Inferno. I'm over here not paying attention to the video. Stack chairs, set up tables on top. Inferno, burning tables. Yep. Then they can bring back Inferno match.
that they actually cause an insurmountable amount of damage. I'd like to see things such as the concerto being used, or putting the chair and wrapping it around an opponent's neck or a leg or an arm, and again use that in that injury system, where doing that significantly increases the injury to an arm or a leg or a various different limb. For me, I think it is definitely a no-brainer. Backstage expansion. Now this is one of the big lacking parts of WWE 2K26. Yes, we have the most lifelike photorealistic stages and arenas, and they are truly brilliant. But WWE is a lot more about the fancy stuff on the outside. We have the innards, multiple backstage zones. We have the parking lot, which is fantastic, and we have the backstage area, which has been the same for a few years now. I want to see various locker rooms. I want to see the gorilla area. I want to see a GM's managing office. I want to see so much more, potentially outside of an arena. That would be pretty good that we can utilize. This all needs to be obviously parceled in with the next generation of
Okay, so pretty much she wants to see more things added. Okay, it says multiple backstage zones, parking lot, gorilla position, interview area, catering room. Yeah, like 2011 backstage brawls. Throwing them into like vending machines. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that. What else did they? 2K18. You know that they had you roaming the whole place, parking lot. Then you could throw them off the whole truck. Yeah. So what else would they add?
Graphics as well, and we have had this in previous games, so why not with WWE 2K26? Yes, they did a decent job with 2K25, but as the game evolves, we also need to see that backstage area evolve pretty quickly and much more. There is so much more to do. We can see weapons such as fire extinguishers. We can use lockers to pound our opponent's head into. We can use TVs. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could see another match taking place whilst we're backstage fighting?
And it would look even more realistic due to how video games are, the gameplay and the graphics. Yeah, graphics.
Now, speaking of match types, WWE 2K25 did well to add a few more match types, most famously the ambulance match, which was pretty good, although
Oh yeah, they did bring back ambulance match. Why did I keep saying I hope they bring that back? There's some other match types.
times very frustrating. But who doesn't want to see an Inferno match return to the franchise, where you win by setting your opponent on fire, optimal flaming tables and weapons, a true-to-life buried alive match where you win by tossing your opponent into a makeshift grave.
I don't know, I've never been really a fan of that, but they should bring, like, I want to see that match in real life again. They should do that with YS6, do a YS6 match with the buried alive match, but bring that back in real life. I've never been a fan of buried alive matches. Maybe because I never got to see one in person. Like, pretty much 03 was when I was born, but like wrestling, I didn't start watching that until like 2010. That was the first time I've ever seen wrestling. 2010, 2011, sometime around there. That was the first time. But buried alive match, they should bring that back, right? But they should do it with YS6. Have a match with them.
And then shoveling dirt into that grave. You can have a little cutscene where it's finished up as well, and then the winning superstar falls back on that mound of dirt and wins the match. The I Quit match, voice acted by every single WWE superstar that says I quit. That is the way to win that match. The Championship Scramble, timed matches where multiple pinfalls create interim champs until the final bell. The Strap match.
Oh, Championship Scramble. Bro, if they bring that back, that would be awesome. Like, Championship Scramble. It's like a tournament match.
Or the Dog Collar match, where wrestlers are tied together, win by touching all four corners or via submission. First Blood, again a very popular one. Early finishes, brawling weapons, blood threshold system. So you actually win that by obviously making your opponent bleed. 3 stages of hell, a tiered match. First is a standard full, second is a
good match, underrated. If y'all want to see a match 3 stages, go watch Shawn Michaels versus Triple H.
table, and the third is a cage, fully customizable for each stage as well. Iron Survivor, where timed entry match with a point system, penalty boxes and strategy layering. That was rumored to be in WWE 2K25, but unfortunately it hasn't made it. A stretcher match where opponents are carried into an ambulance, not actually
Stretcher match, that's an underrated match too.
tossed into it like we have, so you can just edit up that ambulance match. And the tag team elimination chamber, 6 teams of 2 enter at intervals, and eliminations last until the last team remains. They are just a few match types that I feel do need to be brought back into the WWE 2K franchise. Most of them we've had in previous games, so why they can't bring them back now, I have no idea. There is so much that they can do with WWE 2K26 these days, so these matches are the bare minimum that should be added to 2K26. Now, let's move on to some of the biggest wants from the WWE 2K fan base. Single player and narrative modes. Create a story. Story
designer. Yo, bro. What was it? WWE 12, WWE 13, and SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Yeah. You can put the Divas Championship on Undertaker, on the story designer. And the Divas Championship, the pink one, pink and silver one, because you know they done changed the belt plenty of times.
Designer, and we want it revamped. We want to be able to drag and drop cutscenes, crowd reactions, and branching choices. We want voice lines, text to speech, or something customized to that effect. We want to use any WWE or custom superstar. Community uploads of stories with ratings and difficult settings. 1,000 plus cutscenes across backstage, parking lot, ring, stage, all of those other areas I said they should add into the game. And trigger conditions like title wins or heel face turns or a rivalry intensifying. A lot of people want to see the Road to WrestleMania season mode return, fully voiced, linear, and with branching storylines. Choosing different paths as superstars, as John Cena, Becky Lynch, potentially.
This is like probably my favorite wrestling mode in the wrestling game with WWE.
Decisions impact your allies, the titles, and the match types, and you earn perks, as in run-ins, custom entrances, and alternative attires. My Rise, a lot of people want to see that overhauled as well. For me, My Rise is as good as it's going to get. I want it to stay a little bit more grounded. I don't like the supernatural element to it. For me, that's poo. Universe mode, the big one. Universe mode has been unloved for many, many years now. We need to integrate full general manager tools such as budgets, trades.
I was about to start talking and then an ad alright.
And
pretty much universe mode. It's a nice mode. People complain about the repeated cutscenes and the oversaturated ones. I mean, it's cool. I usually just play universe mode with just for fun, and I just played what they have with the matches that they give, the randomized ones. Sometimes they make sense with them. Sometimes I don't like the matches. And then, the AI one with the, what's the name? The promos and stuff like that. It's already triggered into the game and you can just answer them. There's just some stuff that they want to change for the game, for universe mode.
Tracks.
Overall, it's a nice mode to play if you just want to do some quick matches.
We need rivalries with branching feuds, cutscenes, and commentary changes. In fact, the commentary teams need to be addressed and put onto the right brands. Layered promos with success and failure based on your attributes. Inter-promotional storylines, i.e. a Raw vs SmackDown SummerSlam, or not SummerSlam, a Survivor Series, NXT vs Legends. There's so much that they could do with the inter-promotional storylines, a champ v champ. Dynamic AI-generated storylines when a player is inactive. So how many times do we see really unrealistic Akira Tozawa in a rivalry with Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? The AI should automatically structure superstars into various different groups. So you have your World Heavyweight Championship kind of group with 8 or 9 superstars in there, and then tier that all the way down to whatever the fuck you want, whether it's the Speed Championship or whatever. My GM needs an expansion, 6+ brands supported, custom to Legacy, more match types like Hell in a Cell, TLC, Elimination Chambers, fully customizable rosters and legends, start hiring staff like trainers, agents and medics, and draft trades, sabotage options, and inter-brand pay-per-view takeovers. And potentially we could have a showcase what if mode. What if the streak never ended? What if...
See, I only like when they do it on a wrestler or a tag team. Not, I don't know, maybe I just won't play it. And I don't really get to play all the wrestling because, usually it's on the P5, so, and I ain't really tripping from it. And honestly, I might get the P5 when I might get the P6. No, I'm not getting the P6. I'll get the P5 when the P6 comes out, because the P6 is coming out in 2027 or 2020. Nah, it's not 2026. 2027, I believe, right? And then GTA, right? That's coming out next year.
the Nexus beat Cena? What if The Rock never left? Fantasy commentary and alternative cutscene outcomes, and allow players to unlock alternative versions of the superstars, the arenas, and those endings.
Alright, that was top WWE 2K26 rumors fans need to know. Tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned, and yeah, Uriah out.